I can't stand it. Night and day, she was fucking up everything. Had to send her away. Fucking them night and day. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. She sent her away. He was fucking her uncle. Fucking them night and fucking them night and day. She slept up everything. She even called her back. She fucking her uncle. Fucking them night and day. Think that shit funny, boy. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. Ooh, yeah. State gang, the mob. We in too deep. MoneyBoy Trey. Truth hurts. Now what? It's a whole bunch of you motherfuckers. Y'all know who y'all is that I fuck with. But also, let me say, fuck Unspoken Purpose. Fuck Too Strong. Fuck Philly Phil. Fuck Taylor Made. Fuck Miss Vicky and whoever else wanted. She was fucking on her uncle. Back in high school, she was beating up hoes. Philly Phil. Then she got pregnant by him. She had a baby. The bitch is crazy. Now she online with a lawsuit from Miss Robbie. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking her uncle. Something is wrong with this woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking on Tommy. Share your mustache, you home wrecking woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking her uncle. Something is wrong with this woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking on Tommy. Share your mustache, you home wrecking woman. She in love with her uncle. Now she fucking on Tommy. 'Cause she can't get a man of her own. No, she can't. No, she cannot do it. No, she can't. She old and miserable. She look like Squidward. Now she online with a lawsuit from Miss Robbie. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking her uncle. Something is wrong with this woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking on Tommy. Share your mustache, you home wrecking woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking her uncle. Something is wrong with this woman. She in love with her uncle. She sucking and fucking on Tommy. Share your mustache, you home wrecking woman. She in love with her uncle. You uncle fucking ass bitch. It ain't shit you could ever tell me. You said you wanted war? Bitch, let's do it. It's war. MoneyBoy Trey. State gang. We in too deep. We out.
You better run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby.
Whole team shining, we stars, big dipper. Get a lot of hate, state gang in the sip. Niggas ain't real, nigga. Nope. You gotta feel me, nigga. Yep. Smile in my face behind my back, you tryna kill me, nigga. Damn. You say you got beef, then what you wanna do? What? You screaming, fuck me, nah, nigga, fuck you. Bitch. You ain't hard at me. Nope. Couple kick dough, couple robberies. Nigga get extorted, get aborted, he don't pay the fee. Posted in the north, got the 2 to 4 recipe. I be cooking chicken, bitch, not talking rotisserie. I got all my hater, man, I know that they sick of me. Who the fuck he think he is, motherfucking MB3? I honestly pay him no attention, they up under me. Haters call me Visa cause I'm everywhere they wanna be. Ladies, man, catch me with more honeys than a bumblebee. Say she got a husband, but she always wanna suck the D. State gang, true sipper, who these niggas wanna be? I been getting money since a younger, I been pushing peace. Stay strapped, gotta watch your back when you're in the streets. Friends turn to foes, never know who your enemy. I was in Detroit, he ain't keep the same energy. West side down the slide, I don't think he feeling me. I was on some demon time, nigga talking about killing me. They no business, let's see all that shit that you gon' do to me. Come outside, why you scared? I thought that you been a G. We don't bluff, we pulling up, we different down in Tennessee. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. I got an old school bitch, call her Aretha. Shawty so fine, shawty she a keeper. Smoke that reefer, preferred by the quarter. I do this for my kids, my sons and my daughter. Get treated like a king. Hoes call me sire. One look like Lotto, the other look like Maya. My plug, he ain't playing, he only talking the numbers. I cop it, whip it, and ship it. My money coming in bundles. Different flavors of kush, orange, grape, and apple. If a nigga trap me, it's gonna be a disaster. Dope money and bitches, pimp robbers and snitches. It's all in my hood. My homies say that I'm gifted, I really can't complain. Shit starting to change, a product of my environment. Tell me who can I blame? Neck like a glacier, bought my shawty a bracelet. Money go glitter, that's why these niggas be hating. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Whole team shining, we stars, big dipper. Get a lot of hate, state gang in the city.
Stand feeling. God. Man, I hate that bitch. Oh God, I don't give a fuck. I hate her guts. She can suck my dick. Oh God. Fuck her boyfriend Tommy. He can get it too. Real unspoken purpose. Fuck your entire crew. Oh God. PP stay talking. Now she getting sued. Corporate lunches, drone on edges, stressed out eating food, bitch. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him. She even called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. I can't stand feelings. Oh God. Man, I hate that bitch. Oh God. I don't give a fuck. I hate her guts. She can suck my dick. Oh God. Fuck her boyfriend Tommy. He can get it too. Real unspoken purpose, fuck your entire crew. Oh God. PP stay talking. Now she getting sued. Corporate lunches, drone on edges, stressed out eating food, bitch. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him. She even called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant, had to send the child away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. She fucking in the bed with him. She even called him babe. Had to send her away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant, had to send the child away. She sent her away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him. She even called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Ooh. Fucking him night and day. That shit MoneyBoy. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Raina, I dropped the link for you if you want to come up here and curse that pussy ass nigga out. But he was talking shit too. But since he was talking shit too, I was gonna play Limp Bizkit. But we gonna dedicate this next song
wow, what the hell he got to say about what's going on? He was just crying the other day about he always crying about some shit. I went just all right. We're gonna go to the Burger app with the crybaby ass shit he did yesterday. It was a day or two ago. He had on a black shirt and he was just whining and they always doing that. And my mama. So he's still talking shit. All right, hey, truth. We gonna get to the fuck shit in a sec. But it's really not fuck shit. This is you actually. I seen your community post too. Apparently, you and Raina is who the. I asked Raina who she was talking about. Because hold on, let me read Raina. Raina said Miss Netta hadn't had any numbers in her chat all summer long until she used my name in the title. I had that Miss Netta is CM. I am the clout people want to hear about me. She is self-proclaimed comedian and nobody comes to see you. My sister hit a live stream and people argue, fight to get in to see her.
Hold on.
I think you should do it. No. I know you about to laugh at Miss Netta.
No,
I think you should do a comedy show.
Did she call this young man or this old man Miss Netta?
Yeah, she did. She said Miss Netta hadn't had any numbers in her chat all summer long until she used my name in the title. Miss Netta. I had to ask her who she was talking about. She said the homeless hobo. And then I seen you call somebody a cheating aura. It's a lot of cheaters out here. So who you were talking about on your community post?
The camel mouth bitch. The goat mouth bitch over there.
Oh, llama. Okay.
Yeah.
Too strong. Forget. I ain't been back in my studio to edit your name out since you've been gone. No offense, I ain't been in the studio to edit it, and it's the old. I don't be playing it like that though. Loca name is out of it. What are you talking about? Loca's name is out.
Oh,
you just hear the N when I say Libra, you just hear the A, but I cut Loca and Lee out. It just caught a little bit of the A, and you just remember it from being in there originally.
Oh,
but
yeah.
No, okay. See, Loca is cut out of one, and then she's not mentioning the other one. Just like Too Strong ain't mentioned in the one where I had to cut out Loca. But no harm. If you was listening and heard it, no harm. I ain't trying to trigger you or nothing. I didn't even remember it until I played it just then. I did. So yeah, my bad. But I don't even be playing that one. I don't. But yeah, sorry. If you're a member and you've been a member, like the screen up with your member things. Raina did. She showed her love. But yeah, since he, well, I guess Mike. Well, hit the link, Raina. Just give us a 2-minute synopsis. Just a 2-minute synopsis. I'm just saying, like, what kind of commentary did he give? Was he nasty, nice with the commentary? What did he say? What did he do? I mean, at this point we realize we're who power the sector. We've overtaken B-Love as the most talked about people in the mukbang T sector. That's just, it's no question. We've overtaken that spot. So just saying, it come with the territory. But how was it? But now I'm still finna get them. Now we're going to Heritage Manor, y'all. Be back in 3 minutes 27 seconds. Every time I turn around, that pussy ass nigga in Detroit got something to say. MoneyBoy trade this, MoneyBoy trade that. Nigga, what's up? You don't want no smoke, bitch ass nigga. I'ma stay counting money, big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Still a clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Still a clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money, big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. Still a clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Still a clip, hold a honey. Still a clip, hold a honey. Trap lag, gotta jump in. 2 for 1, Tim Duncan. Back and forth, fiend comment. Blue faces all honey. Paper chasing, bitch, I run it. I'm a star, I'm a comment. Drippin' sauce while I'm stunning. 000 comma. Cape Coast in Guyana. 3 bitches with me thick as shit. Politicking, kicking in the sun up. State game with a Honda. Stupid loud marijuana. Little middle born and red. Got it off the blade, hustling on the corner. Shades don't seem to bond up. Chris is just a shit Obama. 100 thug JJ. MABJ, MoneyBoy train, niggas got a problem. Pussy niggas used to rob them. Kept a 38 revolver. Got a problem solver. Red devil like the Cardinal. 100 rounds in my arsenal. Treat it up like a hostel. I got shooters on the roster. Dread money nigga roster. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. Real deal, no imposter. Legendary, I'm a rockstar. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. Purple egg pouring up the drunk. Purple kush rolling up the hunt. Super dome feeling like a skunk. Niggas mad doing what they can. In a coupe flicker switching lane. B12 black and gold paint. Rip his 10 custom license plate. Look alive, block boy juicy plate. Dunkin' high, I'ma get the cake. Gold bottle poppin' by the cake. 201 indicted on the case. 9th floor trial any day. Fake shit, I see it in your face. Moon rock, I'm an out of space. Cheap deal, sell it by the 8. Real rich from the murder 8. Real couple niggas beat the murder case. I be on the road moving state to state. Shout out country club, JJ Vance. State game, bitch, all in your face. No game to play, no time to wait. MoneyBoy trade on the keep the K. I been on the grind, no sleep for days. Self-made nigga, read the resume. North River niggas, I was born and raised. Head coach bitch, I been calling plays. Money coming in by the 1,000 ways. You a surfboard nigga, you should ride the way. North River nigga, I was born and raised. Head coach bitch, I been calling plays. Money coming in by the 1,000 ways. You a surfboard nigga, you should ride the waves. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. I'ma stay counting money. Big face, blue honey. What's beef, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. Drummer now, you don't want it. You still in clip, hold a honey.
Thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
Yo, yo.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened? What did he say?
Now I didn't give him a click in the view. I ain't click on it. But judging by the title, I think he put like keloid something Raina, keep my name out your mouth or some stuff like that. But when he got
Damn, you talked about him?
Huh?
When you talk about him?
When I did that video addressing the llama in PP, I called him a drunk. I said that she was trying to recruit Selena to be live drunk with her with the rest of the winos, and he got offended.
Why he offended by it? He is a drunk though. What the hell? But that was light work. That's what he cried about.
I said he could have took that on the chin, but he wanted to come outside.
Raina, don't you talk about me. Don't say my motherfucking name on the motherfucking clapback king. The fuck?
So looking at that title, then when he got finished, he had about 200 views when he ended the live and 53 people watching. So you know he was in there talking shit, so I just laid them out.
He was like, they in here, let me talk some more shit. Can't handle the truth. You was my white friend, but now that you done add some people to it, that's a black name. That's just long and ghetto. Ain't nobody got time to say all that shit. Some people can't handle the truth, right? You still can't handle the truth. CHTT was a lot. Now we got to add SPCHTT. That's too much. Hello, Truth. Hello. So I told you, Truth. I told you this was gonna happen. And I ain't going, baby mama. We told you too. See, this is what happened. I'm like, Truth. Haven't you noticed? Whenever one of these retarded motherfuckers get the pleasure of hitting the panel, it becomes national fucking news. Everybody got something to say. Everybody got an opinion. All of a sudden,
that be the purpose of it.
That be the whole purpose of the pull up. That be the purpose of somebody popping up out the blue, just popping up in one, in one of y'all chats or getting on the link or whatever, in order to have something to talk about. There has been nothing to talk about.
It was a whole play.
Hey, Superman. Hey, y'all. Judge Glenville from the YSL trial shouted me out twice today. Now, I have reason to believe that Judge Glenville may, in fact, be from the J4K sector because of what they said to me. But nonetheless, everybody else is using it when Judge Glenville show up in the chat, so I'm going to do it too. Judge Glenville with the YSL trial, it didn't got these arguments that they've been having without a jury and without a witness. That shit been better than the little Woody testimony and all the other shit we loved about it. They have been cutting up. The lawyers have been on their job, misloving them and clearly cheaters. The white lady judge is country. She say y'all, but she ain't having that shit. She putting everybody in shit. She roasted Miss Love several times. Sure, I'm gonna be real with you, sure. It's so much other shit to talk about than your last Facebook Live. I might get to you like next weekend, maybe, because the way I got it set up, I think we're gonna do Trump getting ambushed today, and then tomorrow we're gonna let Judge Joe Brown and Kwame Brown, the Brown brothers, go off on Kamala Harris, and then Judge Joe Brown went on a dialogue and talked about Kamala Harris. And then we got some YSL trial shit. Then Kayla Bumpus was in court today trying to see if she could be a media personality. She put forth some good arguments, but I think that the judge told her she got to work with Miss Sylvia. But the judge was like, we already got enough media judges in here. And Kayla was like, but look, Judge, I feel you. But these media outlets that y'all got, like when I'm on my YouTube channel, they can snatch my shit and just do copyright because they logo and shit up there. If I'm able to live stream from this jump myself, and then from like that, she was able to determine how the fucking it's transcripts that show that Hilton and Love was hating on Kayla. But Kayla was like, when she went to court the other day, they would ask him to see baby pictures and all that. They done snitched on about having her phone. They done objected to her wanting to be to be inside the court. They said that she wasn't in the best interest of. Did y'all know it was 2 secret ex parte meetings? The one we know about happened on the 10th, but the judge fucked around and sent out one that happened 3 days prior. So it's just it's a whole bunch. We gonna get to the YSL trial. True. Did you look at the timestamp I sent you from the court today, where they pretty much said Lil Woody was in connection to the retaliatory shootings that turned Atlanta upside down? That is fact. They said the lawyer said it. Judge asked, was Lil Woody part of these retaliatory shootings? And they said, yes. He a killer, Truth. Oh, he killed Nut. I don't know why you just playing. He killed Nut. You just gonna keep ignoring all the evidence.
It's piling up. It's piling up. I'm still not convinced, but I can entertain the notion. Yeah, I entertain.
They said it in court. He a killer, man. He was part of the retaliatory shootings, and in them retaliatory shootings, niggas died.
Wow.
It wasn't like a nigga lost a pinky toe or nothing like that. Nah, niggas died.
Not pinky toe.
It wasn't no flesh wounds. That's why they gave that's why they gave him immunity, because they know he's a killer and he was part of some of these murders. And that's why he wouldn't want to testify. Yeah, but that was crazy. They got Glanville out of there for these ex parte. Good night, Keto. Good night. Yeah, fuck Mike. He'll be all right. You ain't got to worry about her saying nothing else, Mike. She was just saying that she was using the example of the drunk clip that she got. She was just saying you ain't got to worry about. But yeah, you ain't got to worry about it. Don't nobody talk about you, sir. They don't. Good or bad, nobody. So that's that.
I think it should be. Oh, hey, everybody in the chat, both chats. I'm sorry. Listen, I think what it is.
Now, what did Lumber say about you? Can you tell me what Lumber said?
Oh, she's upset because I got a new man.
A new boo. She mad you got a new boo?
Yeah.
I didn't. And this is what I have to say to everybody out there. First of all, y'all can't tell nobody how to grieve or when to get over or how long. There's no rule book for any of that shit. Second of all, I think all y'all bitches were saying Truth should have left Tony and Tony took the bait and she was stupid for saying something. Now you cannot win with niggas. You just can't win with them. What the hell?
First of all, I'm winning in life. I don't want to win with them. How you gonna win with a bunch of losers? This is my thing. Let me tell you what. You go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about. But as far as me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I'm done.
I
I just had to say that to them people. Like you can't win. Y'all was saying she was stupid and saying Tony took the bait and all that shit. Now it's you're gonna do. Wait, make up your mind. But how can y'all tell somebody when they're able to move on in life? That's just I gotta ask all y'all. How can y'all tell somebody this?
Well, the thing about it is, the only point I want to make when it comes to that whore is the fact that I didn't cheat on him. No, I didn't, tell another man while we were together that I wanted him to come in my throat. I did none of that. No, you know, that would be her. So why?
Three times. She wanted
Like
it.
honestly, like it be the people that hit that live button and look like complete idiots for me. I mean, just look like complete fucking idiots. How are you the spokesperson for what I choose to do once my Tony went on glory, bitch? When you cheated on your whole live husband? No, girl, get out of here. Okay.
I just want to know is there a rule book that say like it's a certain amount of time?
There's no rule book, and this is the thing. Any and everybody knows that whenever a person chooses to move on when they lose a loved one, does not mean they did not care about that loved one. I got with Tony 2 months after his wife passed. 2 months, okay, and he was still grieving, and I helped him through that grief, just like my friend is helping me through mine. So, like I said, people need to focus on their own relationship or non-relationship and don't worry about me. See, it's the fact, Trey, that I'm happy. They don't like that. They want me to be over here miserable. They want me to be, they wanted me to fold.
All I'm saying, I wish my baby mama family would have said something about me dating after they met my baby mama. That I wish they would have fixed their mouth. But what the fuck ain't got nothing to do with y'all? Shut the fuck up.
Child, you think I worry about what what those people say? Child,
I told you were gonna set the sector on fire. I told you.
and I told you.
And I said they gonna do this till next week. So you got it to next Thursday before they stop.
And then I get and listen, and then I give them something else to talk about. How about that? I'm very charitable, you know. I'm allowing people to get views, because even though they still don't get paid, at least they getting a view, because we all know all summer long they have not been getting any.
And y'all have to understand, if she didn't want you nosy motherfuckers to do what y'all was doing, she didn't have to do the live that she did. She didn't have to at all. She could have just
It's
kept it
all in
secret.
the listen. It's all in the plan. It's all calculated. Remember?
They don't understand it, I guess. They don't. They
Right.
still haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, these black, and I see me and Tommy like great minds think alike, because I had my live sit before his, but I see he had one sit. Hold on, let me find it. His title was I was like, son of a bitch, my jump was like this. I don't know if he actually went live though, but his shit is similar to mine. When I say similar a little bit. He's a bit more extreme with it than I just had to point out the thing was called the National Association of Black Journalists, but it wasn't one black man there. That's why I put in parentheses black women. He noticed this shit off top. He had a whole different tape. What is it? It's where did it go? No, he didn't do it yet. Oh, he took it down. He canceled it. It was something like, he says it's going to end up being on wrong, but I can't remember the title. It was something about black women and weave and ghetto, and I don't fucking know. I just had to point out that it was all, this your fault, B. Nicole. This is your fault. This nigga didn't pop up to y'all, went out to the club. This is your fault. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, that man ain't had nothing to do with that night.
Damn, Joyce said something too. God damn, dog. Who ain't gonna, the question is, who's next? Biscuit about to come out retirement. Todd father finna hold his microphone. He ain't done that in a while. Yo.
I know Desperate Cooch ain't saying nothing, child. I ain't surprised though.
Yeah, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I might, next week, I think. I'm gonna try to squeeze you in. Well, you know what? School start Monday, and I'll be able to do my tour days. So I probably squeeze you in probably about Monday or Tuesday morning. So yeah, I just, let's see. I think I'll dedicate the morning to strange news stories, and then I'll do the evening just my fuck shit. All right, let's hear this. I think I want y'all to of course, overwhelmingly black women saying that Trump got his ass handed to him and all of that. I hadn't seen the whole thing. I think I saw when it was live. I saw maybe the first 5 minutes of it when it was live. So in that minute, he didn't have his ass handed to him. But we'll see. We want to know what happened. But I feel like he was ambushed because he took the time out to talk to these people. And then as soon as he got through getting ambushed, he got on a plane and went to Pennsylvania and did a rally. Biden couldn't do that. He too old. We got Kamala out here twerking with Meg Thee Stallion now. What is up with why they keep giving black people concerts? Biden had, who did he had Cardi B in the classroom. Obama had Diddy and Jeezy and them. Biden just had Glorilla. And that's Meg Thee Stallion. Who's next? Man, I can't believe you didn't come this.
There we go. Test. Good afternoon, NABJ, and welcome to a conversation with former President Donald Trump. This discussion continues a decades-long tradition during election years of inviting journalists to discuss the policies and their impact with the candidates who are running for president, and the impact of those policies, especially in Black communities. Former Presidents George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton have attended the NABJ conventions either as presidents or as presidential candidates in past years. NABJ is currently in conversation with Vice President Kamala Harris's team to schedule a Q&A either in person or virtually in September. As journalists, we use opportunities like these both to inform our reporting, but also to help voters understand the choices that they face in a consequential and historic election year. NABJ has partnered with PolitiFact to fact check. I didn't even notice it earlier, but now I know why he said that they had the weeds on fleek. The weeds was on fleek. This conversation in real time. You can access that feed on social media using the hashtag NABJFactCheck. Again, the hashtag is NABJFactCheck. We have a lot to get to, and we do not want to waste any time, so let's bring out the former president of the United States, the Republican nominee for president, former President Donald Trump.
Damn, the crowd, right? It's a couple of people said, wait, first of all, why the fuck would they bring Trump out to that bullshit ass hip hop beat? See, first of all, you cannot take niggas seriously. Why didn't they play Hail to the Chief? Why couldn't we get the national anthem or something? Just a hip hop beat.
Of the United States, the Republican nominee for president, former President Donald Trump.
This is shit.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room.
There's three black. This is supposed to be the National Association of Black Journalists, and there's three black women up there. Where the fuck is the diversity? They couldn't find one nigga to be up there with them. They couldn't get one male.
Sir, a lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser.
This is petty at the most. Go back to where you came from. Well, if they came from America, then, you know, it's not racist. Rabbit, that's not racist. We petty as hell. We petty. We the same people that say white people smell like dogs. To eat mayonnaise. It's like we have all the weirdest shit. We call them Karens. We call them white boys. We got all the words in the world for people, but we sensitive as fuck.
They're saying the questions, Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color.
So because he said that he shouldn't be heard because he's running for president, so you shouldn't hear from him because he said that. But niggas want to be heard. Even though we got a lot of fucked up baggage that come with us, we want to be heard. But a lot of people said you shouldn't be here. Why even include that? It had that even a question. Like, how the fuck do you start your question off with a thesis?
Who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been...
The same way these motherfuckers trusted Hillary Clinton, who thought black people were super predators, the same reason they trusted Joe Biden, who thought people were super predators and did the crime bill. That's why. Because he white just like the other white man is running. Well, y'all can't say the white man running that. Now y'all got this Indian woman. And as I said a couple of days ago, it's not going to be, America is too sexist to do a woman But they're definitely not about to do a foreign woman. She's a mixed breed. She's an American. She was born here, but she was raised in Canada pretty much. Came back here for college and things of that nature. But she's an Indian. She says as much. She put a video where she says she's East Indian. Yes, I've done my research. That's why I'm talking about it. So that's America is not going to vote for an East Indian woman to become president. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Not going to happen. An Indian? Nah.
It's a question.
And a woman? Nah. She ain't never said shit. She ain't said shit. When she was out publicly 4 years ago when she was trying to beat out Biden and Bernie Sanders and them, she said she was Indian. When this woman made the Senate, they said the first Indian woman, not the first Indian black woman or Afro-Indian. They just said Indian. It's mighty convenient that she black all of a sudden when she want to be the president. But when she was just when she was running around in California as the AG and all that shit, she was just a little Indian chick.
So, in such a horrible manner, first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you?
But Enrique, we all know that's not true. We know that that's not true. That nigga can't make a law that's going to make him not ever leave the presidency. Y'all do realize that that's how we started the war against Britain and shit, because we just was tired of just unfairness. And there's shit in the Constitution that says you can't exceed 2 terms. And there's shit in the Constitution where you can't change it because you want to be a tyrant. So while people are, one thing I do know about Trump, he gets people talking about him, whether it's good or bad. Just like people are still talking about, he said, inject yourself with bleach. Who took him seriously? How many people injected themselves with bleach? He didn't orchestrate January 6th. The citizens did, and those people have been put on trial and taking plea deals and all of this stuff. Y'all act like this man called these motherfuckers and said, come on up here January 6th. The citizens did that. Were they Trump supporters? Yep, but he can't control them. That's why he didn't try to pardon none of them motherfuckers that they arrested or any of that shit. He didn't try to at all. They lost their jobs. Remember, people were calling their jobs. They was taking pictures up, putting them on all social media and stuff. So they were punished in real life twice. Most of them had to go to jail, some probation things, but a lot of them lost their jobs, and if they had their own businesses, they were boycotted. So it was a failed coup attempt. Why do y'all keep talking about it? That's what we have a military for, to stop failed coup attempts. That coup attempt was so lame, they didn't have to bring out the National Guard or anyone. They just didn't. I'm just saying, this shit was theatrical at best. But welcome to the chat. Welcome. If he wanted to pardon them, he could have, sir. He was still in the office January 6th. He could have pardoned everybody. You just saying shit now, my Mexican friend. But continue. I ain't finna address you no more. I see you just want to argue and you want to hate Trump. Cool. You don't want to use common sense, though, but that's fine. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. It's election season. Get your rocks off.
Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with.
Let's not forget, he pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned he pardoned Anthony Stankin King. He pardoned a lot of black people. Y'all love Anthony Stankin King. I'm just saying, he pardoned a lot of blacks now. And he trying to save black jobs for people like Enrique. Now, Enrique, if you can't laugh at that, the Democrats got you too far. It's a joke. It's a joke. Game trying to steal my black jobs too.
Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further.
Thank you. Why the fuck you could have just asked it? He said it. I think that's a rude introduction, and I'm glad he checked her. Like, what the fuck? Like, ma'am, I took an hour out of my schedule, and that's how you gonna come to me? Like, a black person would have got the fuck up and walked off on her. Well, a lot of people say you shouldn't be here, and you did. You said such and such wasn't born here, and then you told 4 women of color. Well, bitch, why you got me here then? If you telling me what people said, why am I here? Apparently, you didn't give a fuck what the people thought. I'm sitting right here in front of you. See, he can't say that though, because he running for president. But what the fuck? What the hell? Say something, Truth. Truth hurts. Do you like me? Truth, you're not down with Trump? I'm a good man, very verified man.
Did you call my name, Trey?
Yes.
What do you want?
Are you down? Say something.
I'm on break for right now, just for about 10, 15 minutes.
Who you voting for in the dogs election?
This is not helping Dalton, not at all.
I'm gonna send in a million ballots for Dalton. I'm voting for Jason House.
Wow. Okay, I'll be back.
Much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and
I forgot he got ASAP Rocky out of prison. He got the Ball brother, one of the Ball brothers, when he was in China out of prison. I forgot he Kwame Kilpatrick. He gave a lot of niggas pardons. A lot of them. You know what Bill Clinton and Barack Obama didn't do? They ain't give a lot of niggas pardons. He may have forgave T.I. too. I don't know.
Cities were out of money. They were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense.
She was too busy dancing with Meg the night before the call.
And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. Ooh. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect.
Oh, that was on colored people time. No, that was on colored people time. Damn. Let me drop the link if any of you pundits want to come up like Enrique. What the hell? So they lied to him like Kamala was gonna be. Well, he said before Kamala was dead. They just told him that the other person was gonna be yonder. They ain't show up. They told him he couldn't do it by Zoom, but she gonna do it by Zoom. And this nigga had a rally to attend. He went to Pennsylvania and rallied up his troops. And then they were 30 minutes late. He only got an hour. He was 30 minutes late. They was in makeup. They were getting their lashes put on. They were getting their weaves sheened and shit. They was laying down their baby hairs. Where was Roland Martin? Where was that nigga that truth like Rashad Richie? He wasn't, they couldn't find one of these niggas to be there. They would have just walked straight out on the set. They didn't have to go to wardrobe. Well, Rashad looked like he go to wardrobe. Roland Martin don't give a fuck. He comes straight out of bed. He a real nigga.
And nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
you
it's
to
a
answer.
This nigga, the second most important person in the country. Well, Biden is the most important one because he's the acting president. Y'all made this nigga, the former and running currently, y'all made this nigga wait. His Secret Service and them just looking nervous and shit like, President, we gotta go. This is a security breach. He had now keep in mind, he promised them an hour of his time, and he already had a scheduled rally in Pennsylvania. And they had the nerve to be 30 minutes late. They didn't give a fuck about this man's schedule. And he still stayed there. And the first thing out of his mouth was, out their mouth was, a lot of people say you shouldn't be here. What do you say to that? Trying to call the man racist and saying he don't like black people. If I was Trump, I would come out to Nelly and just all the rappers that had ever said my name in a song. But these songs came out in the 90s and the 2000s when all the racist shit he's supposed to have done was out there, and they still was. I want that Trump money. Let me in there. Let me in there. I would come out to that underly, mama, That I'd come out if I was Trump, starting at that part. And then every show I'd just switch another rapper coming in, since that's what the Democrats doing anyway. His name is in 1 million songs from niggas. I've capitalized off that shit. Name one rapper that can put Joe Biden in the song. And Joe Biden old a bitch. He's been around longer than Trump. Where is his rap lyric song? Who wants to be like Biden? Who riding with Biden?
I have answered the question. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson who signed the Voting Rights Act?
You to start off.
Are they booing or are they clapping? I can't tell.
Trust you with another.
I have been and then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
I would love
think it's a very nasty question. I have answered the question. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson who signed the Voting Rights Act?
You to start off a question and answer.
Man, see, this is why women are stupid. The man said, I'm the best, and this motherfucker gonna say, better than. Like, if Michael Jordan tell you he the best and you ask him better than, he gonna cuss you the fuck out. What the fuck does best mean, bitch? Why is you asking me am I better than somebody and I just told you I'm the best? I ain't say one of the best. I ain't say top 3, top 5. I said I am him. Yeah, women are stupid. You gotta watch my old content. Women, I told y'all, women belong in the kitchen. The last election I was campaigning, I was trying to get put on a ticket, and I said if I won, I promised a woman in their kitchen. I did. I got a couple votes. I got like 30 votes on the national ticket. You know, it's a start.
Especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner. I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters.
We don't care about your follow-up, ma'am. Why you got to follow? Go to the next question. He ain't answering shit you saying because you started it. When you start the conversation off rude, you just got to realize that you didn't. All the goodwill is out the window. Now I'm just finna fuck you over. Like I see what you're trying to do, so I'm finna fuck you over. I'm finna make you mad at me.
Including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president.
Yes, Gabe, it pops up every 4 years during election time.
Party ticket as a DEI hire. Is that
what the hell? Oh man, YouTube, the app just closed. What the fuck? That just closed on the It closed again. Is it updated? Hold on, guys. I don't. What the fuck? It won't open. Okay, there you go. That was a glitch.
President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian. Sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president, be on a major party ticket as a DEI hire.
They added that in. The first Black and Asian woman, they didn't slip that in. Now they calling her Black and Asian. But see.
Acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporting Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president, be on a major party ticket as a DEI hire? Is that acceptable language?
Is that acceptable language for you? So now she wants him to criticize somebody else's opinions and feelings. How is that fair? That's the first question asked. Is that acceptable language to you? Some people you don't know calling Kamala Harris a DEI hire. DEI is a new fucking term, first of all. But how is he actually, like, you want him to condemn a whole bunch of people he don't know for having an opinion? And I thought this was America where we had free speech. Whether you like it or not, we have free speech. I'm just saying, whether you ain't always gotta like what the person is saying for you to have that free speech. They hold this man to just ridiculous standards.
And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you?
And will you tell them to stop? So just say he tells them to stop and they don't. Will he still be blamed? But why does he have to tell some grown people to stop giving their opinions? Is that even offensive? Saying she was given the job because of her ethnicity? Is that offensive? Because that's what all affirmative action was. Is that offensive? And people in the chat, say something. Is that offensive to y'all? Somebody saying you got hired because of your color or racial background? We're too sensitive. And it's not even him. He didn't say it. He's being forced to answer questions for shit he didn't say from people he don't know. and ask, are you going to tell them to stop?
Define DEI. Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
Give me a
literally
definition
the words.
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Give me a definition.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define the.
See, this bitch is being argumentative. He wants clarification. Why can we go on a game show and they'll clarify for you? Even at the spelling bee, they would spell it. Not they won't spell it for you. They'll use it in a sentence and everything else. Why can't she clarify what DEI is to her? He won't know what it is. I didn't know what it was till a couple months ago. I had heard it so much and didn't know what it was. I finally looked it up and I was like, oh, this is affirmative action. What the fuck? Why they changed the name? But it's just like they changed women to cisgender, speaking of which, truth. Or mad that one of y'all is an interesting topic. Apparently, they is letting the trannies fight in the Olympics and they is whooping the shit out the real women. So the real women can't even win gold because the trannies is whooping their ass. And the Olympics is allowing this. I'm just saying. Shit weird, G. Now, the women should have just boycotted. I'm not fighting this nigga. No. So we're going to have a tranny win the gold, the bronze, and the silver. Because it's a couple of them boxing. Now, women don't control the Olympics, but I think if all the women there, when they found out they was fighting men, trannies, they should have boycotted. But of course, you know, a couple of them bitches thought they was tough and they could actually whoop a nigga. But nah, they should have boycotted. That's not right. You gotta the only way they're gonna get this shit to stop is if they stop participating. It's just gonna have to be the Tranny Basketball Association or whatever the shit is gonna be. They have to stop participating. If it's wrestling, whatever sport it is, if there's men, biological men competing, no. Don't give a damn if you've had the surgery, you're still taking hormones and you still got a whole bunch of testosterone going through your goddamn system. Now you got a deadly blend of shit, right? Goddamn Olympics. But hell, man, the high school's letting this shit go on, so the Olympics, now, I don't know if this is a worldwide phenomenon. I know in the U.S., they letting this shit go on in high schools. Colleges mostly ain't going, but some of this shit happens. But this is a world stage and this shit is allowed to go on. And shout out to NBC. Hopefully they don't televise any of this shit. That's domestic violence right there.
Define it for me if you
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage.
I think Enrique went to go get us a burrito and some Tabasco sauce with some cilantro.
And she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years. Define it for me if you
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a
literally
definition
the words.
then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Give me a definition.
Yeah, that is literally the words. He said, can you define it for me? What does it mean? Overall, give me a mission statement or something. You gave me 3 words, but what does it mean? What is the sum of it? It's like when you say affirmative action, somebody can give you a summary of it. I just gave you the words.
Sir, I'm asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define it for me, if you
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She Rachel Dolezal 2.0.
She's always identified
And the crowd laughed because they know it's true. She became black when she wanted to run for president. And then she lost it. She couldn't do this. She dropped out because she wasn't getting the numbers. She didn't have the support to be the president. And so she became the vice president nominee. But yeah, she was there. He not lying. That's why and this is, keep in mind, this happened today. I did my video yesterday where I was showing where she was on the show with a fellow Indian talking about you look like the whole side of my family. And my mom had the stuff in jars and saying, white people can go to HBCUs and it's white and Chinese AKAs. That is crazy. It's white deltas. What like black people go to white universities? Why can't white people go to HBCUs? I'm not having this argument. You just gotta wait until I do my videos to do all of this in due time. Think what you want though, but just know I be going down the rabbit hole when I be doing this shit. I do. I go down the rabbit hole, and she wasn't claiming black. No, she still said the woman looked like her side of the family. The woman said, "You're Indian." She said, "Yes." She didn't say, "I'm Afro-Indian." She didn't say, "I'm black and Indian." She didn't say, "I'm mixed." She didn't make sure to say on her platform in front of those people with somebody that's well known to add that she was black in there. I don't need to play the interview. You watch it. Apparently, I watched it that I was able to cut the clip out and talk about it. I know exactly what she said. She didn't try to say that she was black. So even if she said half, what's the other half? She didn't make it clear. That woman didn't say, "You black?" You Indian? Yes. They made Indian dishes. They ain't cooked no fried chicken. But anywho, she would be the first. I'm sure Rachel Dolezal, because Rachel Dolezal was the president of an NAACP chapter. She's still a white woman.
Asking you a question, a very direct question.
Define it for me, if you
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that
I think somebody should look into that too when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire?
I really don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty. I know this lady right over there Harris is a fantastic person who just interviewed me at length, and we had a great interview, I think, and I heard you got very good ratings on that.
Well, you told me it was the longest run of your life, so we had a good discussion. Look, I want to talk about why you're here today. It is not lost on us how divided we are as a country. And as you were coming today, we really got to see that we were divided along
what
lines of race, along the lines of gender. And there is this question of, in this moment where we are, why come here? What is your message today?
My message is to stop people from invading our country that are taking, frankly, a lot of problems with it. But one of the big problems, and a lot of the journalists in this room I know and I have great respect for, a lot of the journalists in this room are black. I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be.
Truth, they being disrespectful, so he should be disrespectful back. I'm not gonna take this shit seriously out and bombard me.
That is just flat out ignorance.
We 7 minutes into it. He says a lot of black journalists in here at the National Association of Black Journalists, but they giving him fucked up energy off top. I've trolled their ass back.
Oh God, my God.
My message is to stop people from invading our country that are taking, frankly, a lot of problems with it. But one of the big problems, and a lot of the journalists in this room I know and I have great respect for, a lot of the journalists in this room are black. I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
And
they're taking troll the fuck out of anybody that got a job. It's a black job. Fuck. What you got to say, Truth?
Trey, you're not gonna get me to expand on this ignorance. What you mean? What I got to say?
No, I just asked what you had to say about her black jobs.
Then we have a whole panel talking about the black job thing.
Well, no, he just brought it back up, so I want to know. He just
gonna keep saying it, and you know why he gonna keep saying it.
But they asked him what a black job was, and he was specific. He said, you know, the job anybody got. A white person can have a black job.
Oh my God. He gonna keep saying it because every time he say it, he get a response and a reaction out of all these people. He gonna keep saying
it. Yeah. Exactly. Publicity.
That happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has it.
All right.
And they're taking the employment away from black people. They're coming in, they're invading. It's an invasion of millions of people, probably 15, 16, 17 million people. I have a feeling it's much more than that. And everybody's been seeing what's happened. The first group of people, the black population, is affected most by that. And Kamala is allowing it to happen. She's the border czar. She's the worst border czar in the history of the world. There's never been a border czar like this. She's never even essentially been. She said she was there once, but not the right part of the border. So she was a border czar. She's done a horrible job. These people are coming into our country and they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs. And frankly, they're taking union jobs. Unions are being very badly affected by all of the millions of people that are pouring into our country. And one thing, as we discussed, many of these people are coming in from mental institutions, from prisons, from jails. They're gang members in other countries. Other countries are setting loose their prisoners. They're opening up their prisons and their mental institutions.
True. Where is the lie?
Trey. Sometimes you can will you listen? Sometimes you could be making a very, very good point, and you could be telling the truth, but it's the way you say it, and it's the ignorance of it all. Now, the thing about it is, see, this is the thing. The whole with the thing with the black job. So these people coming in, they ain't taking white jobs, which in his mind, I'm sure is corporate jobs.
Well, true. He said when she asked what a black job was, he said jobs anybody got. So white people can have black jobs too.
He didn't say that. He said black jobs.
I'm gonna skip it back.
No, you won't. I don't want to hear that no
Why
more.
is Dope Boy Felix so upset? Why is he so angry?
Because he's a dope boy.
Essentially, Ben, she said she was there once, but not the right.
Who is this nigga? He's
I don't
angry
know.
as fuck.
I
don't know why I can't see him in the chat, but I see him in my stream yards. But
he one of your trolls. He one of your trolls. He a troll.
Yeah, because I don't see anybody hear them. But dang, you're angry, sir. Jeez.
I'm sitting here looking at him, trying to see what he gonna say next.
Oh, what the block to just get him up out of there? Is he angry? I remember seeing him in the chat the other day, but he wasn't incognito. Good grief. Damn. So why are you so angry, sir?
Part of the border. So she was a border, so she's done a horrible job. These people are coming into our country and they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs, and frankly, they're taking union jobs. Unions are being very badly affected by all. But he's been seeing what's happened. That has a job. That's what it is. Millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that.
See, true? What is a black job? Anybody that has a black job. He's implying that Mexicans are taking all the jobs. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how true it is though, but it's a Facebook post I seen a couple hours ago. This woman was saying she was behind a Venezuelan woman, a woman that they gave asylum to and some shit of that day. You know that the wave of immigrants that's coming in, and she had left her food stamp receipt with her receipt from her purchase in there, and she had like a $33,000 food stamp balance, and then she had like $5,000 worth of cash on that jet too. And they were like, but they told us they ain't got none. Now, I don't know if there was an actual immigrant, and also it doesn't show if there's savings in any of that thing. Motherfuckers been building up shit over time. But if it's true, that just goes to show how they have been fucking with these people that are coming in constantly. Every city's complaining about these sanctuary cities and shit of that nature. So they're letting people in now, whether it's from the north, the south, the east, or the west. They're letting a lot of these motherfuckers come in and they setting them up. We heard that the lady in Ghana, how she was saying back in the day, she knew people that came over from the country and they was giving money and all of this and everything, and all they had to do was make payments back. And them folk were like, I ain't paying shit back. They dumbass shouldn't have gave to me. That actually goes on. That's similar to this program that they doing now. They fucking with it, but they saying, yo, you gotta pay us back. Now, who gets that money though? And how does it affect dollars? How does those dollars that they get back from the immigrants help dollars? This is all we need to know.
All right. And they're taking people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job. And they're taking the employment away from black people. They're coming in, they're invading. It's an invasion of millions of people, probably 15, 16, 17 million people. I have a feeling it's much more than that. And everybody's been seeing what's happened. The first group of people, the black population.
That's all I'm saying to Nick Banks. And I'm just saying that her whole heritage is whitewashed over. Her dad is granddad and great-granddaddy. Well, pretty much, he talked about, her dad talked about his grandma, who was Irish, in the book, in one of his books he wrote. And she told him that her dad was a white man who came from Ireland to Jamaica, owned slaves, owned plantations. He was so popular, they named a Providence and a town after him. That's his direct from his mama. That's where they from. So they shit whitewashed. And then people be like, oh, we from Jamaica. White people live in Jamaica just like it's white people in South Africa. This is white people everywhere.
is affected most by that, and Kamala.
They got that little. Y'all giving Kamala being black by the one drop rule, but that y'all just the one drop rule make her black. But as Judge Joe Brown, he made a great point, and I ain't gonna even say it. I'm gonna let it play when we get to it tomorrow. But he made a great point about the one drop rule and how niggas only accept it and no other culture does. Ain't nobody else going.
Is allowing it to happen. She's the border czar. She's the worst border czar in the history of the world. There's never been a border czar like this. She's never even essentially been. She said she was there once, but not the right part of the border. So she was a border czar. She's done a horrible job. These people are coming into our country and they're taking black jobs and Hispanic jobs. And frankly, they're taking union jobs. Unions are being very badly affected by all of the millions of people that are pouring into our country. And one thing, as we discussed, many of these people are coming in from mental institutions, from prisons, from jails. They're gang members in other countries. Other countries are setting loose their prisoners. They're opening up their prisons and their mental institutions, and they're taking their bad people, drug dealers, gang members, and they're bringing them into the United States. And by the way, their crime rate is going down, and our crime rate is going to be a disaster.
Mr. President, I want to get into how you address some of the issues with Black communities. And I say that plural because we live in communities of color that are different. We're not all the same. We don't vote the same. We don't think the same.
Sure.
It's not monolithic. So as you come here today, I want to talk about something that bursts. And this is the weight of the inflation on this country right now. The nonprofit Money Management International recently released data from its mid-year analysis that we have found a 52% rise in people who are seeking counseling for being in credit debt.
I just want to make it clear so there's no confusion. I don't care about either candidate. I ain't voting. I'm not voting. I don't care. I'm gonna criticize both of their heads. I don't care though.
Paying for food that is sky high on their credit cards, and now they can't pay that off. The credit counseling nonprofit MMI, as I said, is saying now that they've seen surges that they haven't seen since we were in a pandemic of people.
Of course they're attacking them. I guarantee you, if we look up the National Association of Black Journalists, the overwhelming majority of the staff or the people that are members, they're Democrats. So of course they grill him. That's why he pointed out when she asked that question, he was like, hold up. First of all, I thought I was gonna be here with Joe and Kamala. I didn't know I was coming by myself to be grilled by y'all. Shit. At least if they hear, they gotta answer the same goddamn question.
Financial trouble. Much of that falls on the.
If I'm honest, we're at 9:44. I only heard the part where he talked about when did Kamala become black. I didn't hear the rest of the live. It's 36 minutes long, but I didn't hear the rest of it. Just that part. So I don't know what happened after this. But I saw different opinions of what people thought went on YouTube. I saw different opinions.
Single moms, single Black moms, when you look statistically, how do you turn it around? What's your plan for the Black community when it comes to money?
So, first of all, it's very hard to hear you for whatever reason because of the fact that they have bad equipment, because I guess, this woman was unable to get the right equipment. But it's very hard for me to hear you, but I can hear every other word. It's very hard to hear.
That's what I'm saying. Roland was there today, and I'm sure he's part of it because it's like a club, just like anything else. You pay your dues, ASCAP, BMI. You want to be the Writers Guild. It's all the same shit. I'm like, how do you not have one man up there? 3 women, could have been 2 women, 1 man. But 3 women, just a whole bunch of estrogen and cycles and shit. And baby powder and and horse hiccups.
Come on now. Why is that necessary?
What? Because they all shining like they got baby oil on and smell like horse hiccups because of the hair.
Oh God, Jesus.
What truth? I can't say they smell like horse hiccups and baby oil.
You can say whatever.
Now you know black women use cocoa butter.
So what?
They smell like baby powder. It smell
cocoa
like
butter
baby
does
powder.
not smell like baby powder, you idiot.
That's not smelling like baby powder is not an insult. It means you smell good.
Don't nobody use no baby powder no more. Stop it.
They use baby oil.
You know what?
And baby oil gel.
I only use baby. You know what? Go ahead.
Yeah, the old women use baby powder under their arm and on their pussy.
Don't nobody use no baby powder.
They do use powder on their pussy.
No, who? What old women you know?
Miss Shirley and them.
Who is Miss Shirley?
You got to be old. You got to be a cougar.
So people,
Philly Phil powder pussy. I bet Philly Phil pussy baby powder her panties.
I don't want to thank her. You just made me throw up in my mouth.
They got to keep that wolf pussy from sweating in the summer. Why is it true? Cop true. Ask your mama tomorrow if Big Mama and them told them about. No, just say the Big Mama and them ever tell y'all to put some baby powder in y'all panties. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
You just made me throw up in my mouth. You made me throw up in my mouth.
The old women use baby powder. I'm telling you.
Trey.
It was either that or Tootsie.
You don't use no Tootsie. You know what? How did we get here? Like, honestly. How do we get from talking about black jobs to putting baby powder and Tucson on your coochie? Can you focus?
Well, cause I was just saying how they look, but this is really weird and I still don't know how this happened. But JJ once put ice hot on his penis to J4K.
You know what?
That's what they said. I still don't know what the hell he was trying to achieve by doing that. But yeah, he put ice hot on his penis.
Oh Lord have mercy.
See, there goes somebody. They said they 42 and they use baby powder in their panties. So did my mom and grandma. I don't care. It's the real truth. I'm telling you, but I'm telling you to ask your mama.
Any woman that
no, it's a thing. I've witnessed the truth.
What old woman did you witness? See, that's why you was around here screwing old women.
I was.
So you mean to tell me?
Baby powder. Baby powder on the coochie. I'm telling you.
I think it's been researched into that nature. I think it's been researched into, if I'm not mistaken, that baby powder stuff causes like cancer and stuff like that.
Everything causes cancer. Secret causes cancer, but you don't want to be musty.
I agree. Everything. I agree. But I'm just saying nowadays, Trey, you're not gonna be finding nobody using no baby powder.
They use talcum powder, all types of shit.
Oh, you now you're going too far. Talcum powder, Trey.
I don't even know what talcum powder is.
Shit, at this point, if they're using all that, they might well put gold bond powder down there. It's gonna be you might be dry, but you're gonna be real infected. What the hell?
Well, gold bond it's to just stop the moisture. I'm sure gold bond could work. But yeah, I was just pointing out how they look like they were shining. They look like they smell like baby oil and horse hiccup because of the weed. That's how we got there. See, I use Summer's Eve cornstarch.
I'm not reading that troll comment.
They sell it. They, but it's a thing that they sell Summer's Eve cornstarch. You ain't seen it at the Walmart locked up in the cases and stuff.
Why would I see it when I ain't looking for it? Because I don't use that shit. Like, honestly, I
So when
ain't
you
seen
go
it.
in, when you be going in for the condoms and the stuff, it all be in the section. It
Yeah,
be
I
next
ain't
to the
put Trey.
pads and stuff.
I ain't bought no. What I
What,
need a
what, what,
condom
what, what,
for?
when you be going in for your feminine products, all of this shit in the same aisle is right next to each other. The condoms is right next to the pads. The yeast infection cream and all that shit is all together. What the fuck? A horse hiccup is like how humans hiccup. A horse hiccup it's just a horse.
Okay, with you.
Why are you laughing, Truth?
You can't. You gotta get some help. You really gotta get.
What? Hold on, wait. I gotta show y'all Judge Glanville speaking to me there, but I think Judge Glanville is from the J4K system. I'm trying to tell you. What the fuck? Did it go? Okay, there we go.
Why do you keep jumping back? See, it's the T-Rex for me. Why do you keep jumping back to this judge?
Cause he fuck with your boy. See, this is why I think Judge Glanville is from see the first one. We was in
Wait a
who
minute, let me
live was
see.
I in? He above Cat. He in the middle of Cat and the Mac
He said,
85.
"MoneyBoy Trey, what's good, fam?" Ooh,
Yeah, cause I think I was in Kayla Bumpy's live and she was up there with Cat No Williams and I was like, where Judge Glanville been at since he been recused and the nigga popped out and said, what's good, fam? So okay. And then when I said I don't hear Judge Glanville, this what he said.
MoneyBoy Trey, keep your foot on. Oh,
That's why I said this gotta be somebody from J4K, cause I ain't fucking with Barbara. But I
but
told
what?
Judge Glanville, I'm gonna let him live.
Yeah, that's a true. Ooh, they got to be from over there. Wow,
I
that's
said, what the
crazy. That is
fuck?
crazy. That is crazy.
Shout out to Judge Glanville. He been recused and he fuck with your boy. Judge Glanville know me. Fuck y'all man. I seen a
Mm,
YouTube would do that the other day though. He made a whole video about Judge Glanville popping in his damn chat. I said these
wow,
is crazy.
wow.
I mean, but they trolling me. It is what it
Of
is. I'm
course.
trolling too. I'm
Hmm.
trolling too. I know Judge Glanville in the J4K sector somewhere. This was Kayla's Bumpers live tonight. Kayla been going ham. Kayla did a live earlier, and as soon as she ended, I ended like 2 minutes later. She was on the what's that channel you be getting all the stuff from? Law and Crime. She was on that channel
Yeah, Law and
talking
Crime
to the
Network.
judge.
Yeah,
Yeah, soon
yeah.
as she ended her live, she was right there on Law and Crime real time, asking could she be one of the official court reporters, like one of the media outlets there.
Ooh, wow.
And she had to argue her point. And I don't know if she was granted it or not, but I think she did. I see somebody say she wasn't granted, but when I was watching, I could have sworn that I heard the judge say, you and Sylvia, because Miss Sylvia, the Sylvia talks or whatever her name is, she's been in there the whole time, and she also knows Young Thug. She had Young Thug's sister and dad and shit on her channel,
Mhm.
but she's not one of the mainstream media things like that. But I think she did say that they would be able to, because Kayla was like, see, like all these big name people, you talk about these big name networks, they if they want to, because their logo is on the videos. If I try to play that and anything, they can do what they want to. But I think Love was saying that she was gonna be doing the shit from her phone. So all she had to do was say, man, I can get a camera, live stream this shit or a tablet. I don't have to be a phone to where it's distracting you. And we gonna cover all that too. Sorry, Cheryl, Mike. I get to you. You ain't got number one more Facebook Live anyway. I don't care what you say on YouTube. Kiss my ass.
that falls on the shoulders of single moms, single Black moms, when you look statistically. Yeah. How do you turn it around? What's your plan for the Black community when it comes to money?
So, first of all, it's very hard to hear you.
How the fuck can he? Did this woman just ask this nigga how he gonna fix single Black moms? What is he supposed to
That's
do?
weird. That's weird.
Is he supposed to go to every household where women are and say, stop fucking these niggas now? Is he supposed to go door to door passing out condoms? What the fuck? The shit that they ask of this man, I want to know. Now, they're supposed to be, I think they ended up doing Kamala later on tonight, or it's coming up. I'm interested in the questions that they ask her. I'm gonna review that too with them. I'm gonna see what they say to her so we can have a compare and contrast. At this point in the race, I'm gonna start presenting both candidates and what they say and the shit that they're doing publicly, pretty much.
Well,
whatever reason, because of the fact.
I will say this. I don't know what question I'm gonna ask her, but I will say, in my opinion, she can give less fucks than Trump about Black single women. She don't give a damn. She ain't one of them. She don't care.
She said she ain't doing shit for Black people specifically.
Yeah. Why would she? Why would she?
Because she's Indian. That's why.
I wouldn't give a damn what you know what.
Well, I would rather her just be herself than to try to pander. This is just pandering to get the Black vote.
Absolutely. And
I would rather her be proud in her Indian heritage and say I would be the first Indian American president and trying to throw the shit Black in.
To be honest, I think race and color and all that shit, it weighs too much in on these situations, for number one. For number two, that woman can't tell me nothing standing up there next to Jim. And I know her husband probably name ain't Jim, but it look like his name is Jim or Bob. I ain't got nothing for her.
Well, to her credit, before she married him, she was fucking this nigga named Willie Brown. Now, what color you think Willie Brown was?
Absolutely African old American.
Yes, that's how she rose up the ladder in the DA office, fucking Willie Brown. And Willie Brown was married when she was fucking. So she just Fannie Willie just like him.
Oh God, here we go.
That's it. She is. Hey, that's not me judging. That's not me judging her for doing it. I don't give a fuck. She got to where she is. I don't care what she had to do to get to it. She was successful. She didn't manage to get no felonies or nothing like that. If that's the worst people could say is you was fucking somebody's husband, and she wasn't the first one. And she got in the goddamn Oval Office off doing it. So it is what it is. Maybe all she got. Oh, if I was her, I'd be like, y'all don't be mad at me because y'all didn't fuck the right nigga.
Oh God.
That's all I would say. If you had fucked you with Willie Brown, you could have became Attorney General. See, unlike Dick Dash all online arguing with this bitch and shit.
Who?
Dick Dash, the lady. Memphis, the lady who hid under the bed, the videos I've been playing. Yeah, she fucking a married nigga and she ain't gonna be president or nothing. Yeah, she in Facebook jail right now. But the day she ran out the house, her crazy ass hit the live and she was actually in the car naked. Talking about how she ran up out that motherfucker. I'm like, bro, you should have went to IG with them on Twitter. You would have went to Twitter. Fuck you go on Facebook with this shit.
Oh my God.
She done got everybody page hit that redid it, except for the people that be doing them posts that say video and comments. I don't know how, if you put the video up on you directly post it on Facebook, it's a violation. But if you say video and comments and put the video up, you good. Facebook retarded.
They all are.
that they have bad equipment, because I guess, this woman was unable to get the right equipment. But it's very hard for me to hear you, but I can hear every other word. It's very difficult, actually. But so I don't know if they can fix it or do something with it, but I'll do the best I can with it. The inflation is absolutely destroying our middle class, our working class, virtually every class. Inflation is a disaster in our country. Inflation is a country buster. It breaks every country. And we had, in my opinion, the worst inflation we've had. They say it's 58 years, but I think it's much more than that. It's been devastating. And if you just take a look at a lot of things they don't include, like interest rates. Interest rates went from 2.4% to 10%, and you can't get the money. People can't buy houses. They no longer have the American dream. Young people, young black people, they don't have the American dream anymore. They can't buy a house. They can't borrow the money because of the cost of the money. They can't buy it because of the cost of housing, because of the cost to build it, because of inflation. Inflation is a disaster, and it's destroying our country, and it's destroying the black community probably as much or
So what
more
do you do?
Than any.
What's your plan?
You know what we have to do? We have
Right, Trump. Jordan's $400 a pair now. This shit is ridiculous.
bring down the cost of energy, and that's going to bring down the cost of inflation. This was all started with a bad energy policy by Joe Biden.
Just keep it real. Didn't gas prices go up under Biden? I'm just keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real, truth.
By the way, just if I might, I was running against a man named Biden. You probably saw that. And he was losing very badly in the polls. And then he had a rather bad debate. I would say it was a bad debate. I would say it was one of the worst debates in history. And his poll numbers crashed. And instead of saying, let's keep going and maybe something happens the other way, they said, oh, we're going to replace it.
Trump mad Biden dropped out. He like, he sees Kamala as a more formidable opponent, but I don't know why, because America, if nothing else, is going to stand on its sexism. I'm sorry, it just is.
Let's just replace him. That's like you're in a fight, a prize fighter's in a fight. He's not doing what you say, let's bring in another fighter. So our whole campaign was steered toward him, and now we have to steer toward him. But ultimately it's the same, because they have bad policy. They have policies of open borders, unbelievable open borders, horrible energy policies. They want to get rid of, as you say, gasoline in cars. They want to get rid of oil. They want to get rid of efficient heating.
Mr. President.
Environmentally, what they're doing is killing our country. They're absolutely destroying our country. But the inflation is the thing that's hurting the black worker, the black population, and every other population within our country. Inflation is the worst it's been, I think, in over 100 years. And they'll fact check it. They'll say it's only 58. Whatever it may be. They don't add all the numbers. They don't add the really bad numbers, and you can check that too. But inflation, Harris, is absolutely destroying this country and the people in our country. Yes,
Mr. President, could I ask you another question
Yes.
that is also impacting black America?
And that's very clear.
I'm sorry?
It's very clear. I hear you.
Okay, so Sonia Massey, someone from Illinois, an unarmed black woman, was shot the other day in her home by a deputy sheriff. The deputy has since been charged with murder. You said police would get immunity from prosecution if you win. Why should...
I definitely disagree with that. They already have qualified immunity as it is. They don't need complete immunity, because that means they could just be dicks to everybody, which they are. They've always been dicks to everybody. It's not a black problem, a white problem. It's a police. And I'm not saying, and I can't even put a percentage on it. But if I had to, I would say 60% of police officers are dicks to everybody because they own power trips. There's a new video circulating out of Chicago that JD shared, but some shit I can't watch. The Sunday Massey thing was it was edited out and all of that, so it was easy to watch. But I'm not interested in seeing no more Alton Sterling, just George Floyd. I'm not interested in seeing this shit no more. But I don't know if the guy was killed or not, but he definitely was on his back, and that was whatever the fuck they was doing. I didn't push play. You know how they give you the still image with the little play button on there. But it's something out of Chicago that just happened recently. I know he put it on Facebook, and tonight he played the video at the end of his live. So there, because I don't know where it's at, but I shared his live because I was there before I went live. So go to like the last 5 minutes of his live to see if you're interested. I ain't watch that. I can't watch shit like that.
Someone like that officer have immunity, in your opinion?
Immunity?
Immunity.
I don't know the exact case, but I saw something, and it didn't look good to me. It didn't look good to me. Are you talking with the water, right?
Yeah. Well, police unions are not backing this person either.
Okay.
But again, why would
are they going to be charging the officer? I guess they're charging the officer.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not. I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. I'm talking about people that are much different cases than that. We need people to protect ourselves. And by the way, in Chicago, as an example,
see, he talking about people that are much different, but Donald, you have to be specific. Well, you got to be specific when you say you want to give police officers immunity. You have to give specifics, because that officer, according to what they're saying, they heard you say, they saying, well, shit, he killed her. You saying they get immunity. Why should he be able to get immunity? Even though you said it looked bad, you said in your purview it looks bad, but you also said police should have immunity. Now you like, well, not officers like that. So you got to be specific. Otherwise, they're gonna tear you up.
A few weeks ago, July 4th weekend, we had 117 shootings and 17 deaths. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
So can you get a little more specific back to the immunity question? Who would make those changes?
Well, right now, for the most part, people are protected by their unions, by their police unions, or by their police departments.
Qualified immunity.
But I'm saying if I felt, or if a group of people would feel that somebody was being unfairly prosecuted because the person did a good job maybe with crime, or made a mistake, an innocent mistake. There's a big difference between being a bad person and making an innocent mistake. But if somebody made an innocent mistake, I would want to help that person.
What would those exceptions be? What would determine?
You go after somebody and it's a very close call and it's very dangerous. And they have the policeman's life and woman is a very difficult thing, because sometimes you have less than a second to make a life and death decision, and sometimes very bad decisions are made. They're not made from an evil standpoint, but they're made from the standpoint of they made a mistake.
So I want to follow up really quickly. I find it interesting because you do talk about reining in prosecutors, especially when it comes to prosecutors that are prosecuting you. Why doesn't that skepticism apply to law enforcement?
Well, I've been prosecuted because I'm a political opponent of two people that have what?
He actually just told you why it doesn't apply to law enforcement, but not in all cases. He just said in a lot of these cases, you have a less than a second. Not Sunday Massey in particular, but there's been a lot of shootings that are questionable. You've been like,
what you call
could
that
he
lawyer?
have? I said Sunday Massey.
Sound like Sunday. I said, what? Okay.
No. It's a lot of times where there's questionable shootings where you be like, did he have to shoot him? Did he have it's some questionable ones that's what he's talking about. But I think in most questionable ones, you can kind of judge intent. But I think the current, whatever they got going on currently, where they're holding these people accountable, which they've been doing since it's Black Lives Matter. If George Floyd's death caused anything, it did cause accountability of them starting to charge these motherfuckers. I think the current system works because there's a lot of cases where we feel like there's questionable things and that officer doesn't get punished. And clear one today. Alexis Wilson. That's one where the officer did get punished, and there's differing opinions on what happened and should he be charged. But he didn't just automatically have immunity. He had to go through the investigation, just like this guy had to go through his investigation. They had the body cam, they had the partner, and all of the other stuff. And I think another thing that what was against him was his partner wanted to go get his kit, and he was like, nah, it's a headshot. Fuck it. Just let her. Yeah, that didn't help him at all either. Like, that just kind of made it malicious as hell. Like, you don't give a fuck.
Our justice system. I've been prosecuted. I just won the big case in Florida.
I sent you some more videos on him. There's been a couple of them popped up today and yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was dishonorably discharged after military. Like, what if he
That's
was?
because you be sitting on my panel and you don't be paying attention because we talked about that, homeboy.
But how? Like, all these police departments need to be sued. Everybody that hired this nigga need to be sued.
Well, he was not. No, see, this thing. He was not dishonorable. He was not dishonorably discharged.
But that's what they said in the link I sent you the other day.
Yeah, he was discharged, but
from the news.
And then he gets out the military and become a cop now. Mind you, in the military, he was a mechanic, and he got his first DUI while in the military, but it happened off the
base.
The infraction happened off the base. Yeah. So it wasn't the whole military thing, but yeah.
Typically, it doesn't matter what job you hold in the military, the police automatically take you because in basic training, you do have their weapons training.
Yeah, I get that.
Have to go back and so that's why everybody got to go. They give if you a service member, ain't no pretty much. If you a service member, they give your ass a Beretta.
And all y'all be crazy. All of them be crazy. I don't know. Drunk, crazy.
So that's why you can pass out balls. I said, if I had that shit to do again, no, seriously, that's somebody's job to open the gym every day and pass out basketballs and shit. And I said, if I ever had the chance to do the shit again, if I could be 18 again, a reincarnation having I go to the military, I am going to the gym. Put me in the gym, boss.
I mean, somebody has to do the job.
I'm telling you, it's easy. Either that or firefighting or firefighting.
It's a lot of cushion jobs in the military. A lot.
I didn't know. My first job was pilot, but they weren't paying for no LASIK, so I just said, fuck it, security forces. I can at least be near the planes that I want to fly.
Chuck, I just couldn't imagine you flying somebody's damn plane.
Might have been the black Top Gun.
You got Tourette's. I mean, you really would be fucking something up in the air. Like, honestly,
those would be the best pilots. I had the most kills in American history. No, real shit. The best sniper in U.S. history is this black guy. He been all over Blad talking about how many kills he got. That's what the military is giving him. And he talks about how that shit hunts him.
Oh, yeah.
And how he was underpaid for it, how he made more money being an independent contractor going over there. Still working for the government, but he made way more money. He's like, hell no, this shit is unless you're an officer, everybody thinks the pay is bullshit. Unless you just got one of them, like I said, one of them jobs where you passing out balls and you living on base and just everything is for the low. So you get them free meals, but yeah, that shit, you gotta go to, you gotta be an ROTC.
Said that was the biggest case. That was the most difficult case. And I just won it. Now, Biden has a similar case, except much worse. I was protected under the Presidential Records Act. Biden wasn't, because he wasn't president at the time. And he had 50 years worth of documents. And they ruled that he was incompetent and therefore he shouldn't stand trial. And I said, isn't that something? He's incompetent and he can't stand trial. And yet, he can be president. Isn't that nice?
Mr. President,
but they released him on the basis that he was incompetent. They said he had no memory and he was a nice old guy, but he had no memory, and said, therefore, we're not going to prosecute him. I won the case.
A nice old
And it got very little publicity. I didn't notice ABC doing any publicity on it, George.
We covered you extensively, sir. I'd love to move over on to
I didn't notice you do any publicity on it at all. I won the case, the biggest case. This is an attack on a political opponent. I have another one where
sir,
I have a hostile judge.
We have you for a limited time, sir.
Bro, hey. Did ma'am, respectfully, whoever you are, did nobody come to hear you speak, ma'am? They came to hear that man speak. Let him go off. And you right. Y'all do have him for a limited time, and y'all was 30 minutes late. Let that man cook.
Love to move on to different topics.
If he making an ass of himself, just sit back and get all the revenue on YouTube and shit. Just sit back, let him make an ass of himself.
You're the one that held me up for 35 minutes.
Oh!
I didn't notice ABC.
Trump, you said they was 30 minutes late. I see you to add 5 minutes on. Your fish getting bigger and bigger, sir. Next time he talk about it, they're going to be 75 minutes late.
Doing any publicity on it, George.
We covered you extensively, sir. I'd love to move over on to
I didn't notice you do any publicity on it at all. I won the case, the biggest case. This is an attack on a political opponent. I have another one where I have a hostile judge.
We have you for a limited time, sir. I'd love to move on to different topics.
Excuse me, you're the one that held me up for 35 minutes.
And he got somewhere else to be.
If we can move on now to the state of the race, sir, I want to get back to the campaign. Senator JD Vance is your running mate. He's had a lot of controversy lately, and I want to read you a few things that he has said in the past. He said,
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who that is, but I don't like his name. It sounds untrustworthy. Maybe it's just me.
Democrats running the country are a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. He's not talking here about how great it is to be a parent. He's attacking what he says are the choices people are making to not have children. Did you know that he had these views about people who do not have children before you picked him to be your running mate? And do you agree with him?
No, I know this. He is very family oriented. And he thinks family is a great thing. That doesn't mean he thinks that if you don't have a family, it's not. I know people with families. I know people with great families. I know people with very troubled families. And I also know people with no families. They didn't meet the right person. Things happen. You go through life, you don't meet the right person.
But he's not just talking about families here. He also says that people that don't have children should get less votes than those that do.
You see how she cut that man off? She asked him a question. And she ain't like his answer, so she cut him off. This man had to say, "Excuse me."
Yeah, she's been pretty much. I mean, you know, the thing about it is, no matter what the situation is, you know, if you're a professional, you're supposed to always be professional. I'm listening to her manner and how she, you know, it's uncalled for.
That's why I said they ambushed him, and
you don't get ambushed. 3 women up there. You don't get ambushed walking into this whole situation knowing who the players are. He knew what he knew what was coming. He knew what was coming.
You know what Trump don't. I don't think he did any information on who these women were. He ain't had no pre-prep quick. He ain't had no pre. Nah, he campaigning. You don't know everybody that you about to sit down and interview. Your people just
What's
tell
the
you
name
your
of what's the
PIT.
name of the organization?
National Association of Black Journalists, but that don't mean that you don't know it. It's a whole group of them. It's probably like 300 of them. Just like what George Steele said, he was in whatchamacallit, when he got put in contempt, and 60 lawyers was outside within like 3 hours. They in a group, they pay their dues and shit. So it's a whole bunch of them. He can't bet every last one of them. I'm sure he didn't even know the people that was talking to him. You see, the man said when he came on, like, damn, I thought my opponent was gonna be here. Y'all told me I couldn't do it by Zoom, so I brought my ass here. I would have done it by Zoom from Pennsylvania, but y'all said I couldn't. I showed up. I'm the only motherfucker here, but y'all told me my opponent was gonna be here. That I was just pointing that I just was saying that it was three women. I don't know why they didn't put one man up there. I'm not saying the woman couldn't be the lead, and I agreed with some of the shit that they said, like when she was talking about the military, bro. You got to be specific. But it's the lead one doing the most. The other two have asked questions. They had their little attitude, but they wasn't as snappy as this lead woman in the blue. And I don't think none of them said their names. So we don't even know in the audience who they are. Have you heard them say their name in all truth? Any one of them? Because they came straight in saying, hey, Trump, they told us an introduction of how the presidents prior had came and spoke with him and shit, but I didn't get none of their names. Then they brought him out and came straight with the people say you shouldn't be here. And I don't think he asked their names either. He shook her hand. He didn't shake the other two. He just shook the moderator, the head woman. I can't call her the moderator because she's the one doing most of the speaking.
Such are the choices people are making to not have children. Did you know that he had these views about people who do not have children before you picked him to be your running mate? And do you agree with him?
No, I know this. He is very family.
I agree with that too. Since he announced it, that's how the shit goes. As soon as you announce your running mate, everything this nigga that never did since kindergarten come up. It was up to your people to tell you all this shit. They supposed to know this shit before the Democrats could put it out. I don't think it's gonna hurt them because nobody they did the same thing with Pence. The way they was talking from the state Pence from and all that shit, they all but had him tied in with the KKK, and he still ended up being vice president. So anything short of that or better than that, it's not gonna matter. But yeah, he is taking a blow right now because dude done said a lot of dumb shit on Twitter. All the politicians be on Twitter saying dumb shit.
Oriented, and he thinks family is a great thing. That doesn't mean he thinks that if you don't have a family, it's not. I know people with families. I know people with great families. I know people with very troubled families. And I also know people with no families. They didn't meet the right person. Things happen. You go through life, you don't meet the right person.
But he's not just talking about families here. He also said that people that don't have children should get less votes than those that do.
I'm just speaking for myself.
Is that your
I think I'm speaking for him too.
Well, that's how it used to be back in the day. And that's how it used to be back in the day.
I'll be right back.
You had more leeway when you had more people on there, and that's actually how they started. That had a play into how they counted the slaves and things of that nature too, about votes. But is that opinion so offensive that you should be like, he don't need to be vice president because he feel like if you don't have kids, you wasteless? It's a lot of societies in the world that think that way. They feel like everybody is supposed to be here to help the world populate and continue. It's not that offensive. But we're in 2024, we're in a sensitive ass society. Everybody is overly sensitive about something. Just can't win from losing.
He strongly believes in family, but I know people with great families. I know people with not great families that don't have a family. And the people without the family are far better. They're superior in many cases, okay? He's not saying they're not. What he's saying is that he thinks the family experience is a very important thing. It's a very good thing. But that doesn't mean that if you grow up and you grow older and you don't meet somebody that would be wonderful to meet and would have been good, that's a bad thing. He's not saying that.
And these grown motherfuckers know that. They just want to argue.
Interpretation, you'll have to ask him, actually, but my interpretation is he's strongly family-oriented, but that doesn't mean if you don't have a family, there's something wrong with it.
Just one last point, and then we'll move on. Just one of the bedrock principles of American life is one person, one vote. Senator JD Vance has suggested that someone who has children should have more votes than a person who does not have children. I just want to be clear here. Is that the position of your campaign?
Well, no, but it's not something I have ever heard before. I can tell you this.
What the fuck? So something this man may have said 10 years ago, you gonna ask, is that the position of his campaign? So we're holding people accountable for their opinions, and I gotta be part of it. That's what that man said. I don't know how long ago it was, but I know it wasn't recent. Who the fuck knew who JD Vance was until he got announced a couple days ago? I've never heard of this nigga. What state is he from? He wasn't one, wherever the fuck he from, he wasn't popping. This nigga have never heard of this man. If AOC ever decide to run for president or vice president, we all know her names because of the shenanigans she's been doing in Congress for the past fucking at least 6 to 8 years. What the? Is that the position of your campaign? Motherfucker, when I ran 4 years ago, was that the position of my campaign? They play too much.
Right now you have illegal aliens coming into our country, many from prisons and many from mental institutions, and they want to give them votes. I don't think they should have votes. They came into our country illegally, and they're taking the vote away from all of the people in this room that have been...
Jay-Z and Kanye were visionaries when they said niggas in Paris. Because there's a whole bunch of niggas in Paris at the Olympics right now.
For a long time that have worked hard, that in many cases, and you'll see this happening, if I'm not elected, you're going to see it happening.
And they win and gold, except for Coco Gauff in tennis. She stuffed the place up. She didn't win one match. Well, no, she won a match. She didn't win a game.
You're not going to have any problem, but you're going to see it happening a long time. You're going to see the people in this room and people outside of this room are going to be losing their jobs to people that have come into this country illegally.
Mr. President, can we stay with just kind of the state of the race right now? Because I felt like that vice president question candid.
His pink suit. Oh,
can we stay with just kind of the state of...
Big thing. Hold on. I think we're back.
Right now, because I felt like that vice president question, candidate question was right in there with that. So let's talk about JD Vance for a little bit. He's had some stumbles out of the gate. I don't know if you're hearing what we hear as reporters, but it's been a tough couple of weeks for him.
I just want to point out just how they getting in JD Vance ass when the DNC hit Chicago. And she announces her vice president, they're going to drag that motherfucker too. They're going to pull up everything that didn't happen since the umbilical cord was cut. And Kamala going to have to deal with them same questions. Just like when Joe announced her, she had to deal with the Willie Brown questions and her locking up people for weed crimes and saying she smoked weed and all that shit. It just, yeah. It's politics as usual. And as I've been saying, at least for the past 4 years, every time an election comes, these officer-involved shootings start ramping up. Mass shootings, officer-involved shootings, president assassinations, gun control conversations come up every election cycle.
Why did you choose JD Vance? Why did you choose him? And I'm having a hard time hearing too. I know everybody out there can, but
I'll tell you what. I chose him because he's a very strong believer in work and the working man and woman, and especially the working man and woman who have been treated very unfairly, because you have many of them in this room. But you have many of those people, they were treated very unfairly. They worked very hard and they were treated unfairly. He wrote the book that became a bestseller. The movie became a smash hit. He's a very smart guy without the benefit of having a family that has contacts, like a father that was well connected. He got into Yale Law School. He graduated in 2 years from Ohio State, summa cum laude. I mean, you take a look at, his career. It's been an amazing career. He started off at a level with a difficult family situation, very difficult with the mother, the father, everything else. He ends up going to Yale Law School and was one of the top students, became the head of the Law Journal. I mean, it's an amazing thing. He's a 4-year, he was in the military with great distinction for 4 years, got out, went into business, became successful in business, very successful in business, actually. Did public offerings and other things. And I have to believe in that. I mean, he's somebody that was born in a rough situation. Most of the people know that situation because it was very well documented in his book. And I have a lot of respect for somebody that can get into Yale and become one of the best students in Yale, that meets a young woman at Yale who was also outstanding, and they get married, they have a beautiful family. But he had he's made himself an amazing life. He then goes to Ohio, lives in Ohio, and he had my endorsement. That helped. But he wins the Senate. He becomes the United States.
Now, when Kamala come on now, and she has, I got to double check to see when she's coming, but I know she definitely is coming. I want to know if they're going to ask her why she chose who she chose and all of that shit there.
So he's a United States Senator. So
that would only be fair. If they're trying to show they're bipartisan, they're impartial, they definitely need to ask her when she does come, how did you pick this person? And then they need to be going back through some of the shit they said and ask, is this the position of your campaign, and yada, yada, yada. If they don't do that, they're clearly biased.
So Harris, like I respect you for your success, I respect people for their success.
The reason I asked the question is because the last time you and I sat and talked was the day that you were shot. We'd been together for much of that day. You left to go to Butler, Pennsylvania, and we didn't know what was next.
Yeah.
And 2 days after that,
I cannot understand your microphone.
I know, it is really hard for me
I mean, it's just, I can understand you perfectly.
Push this closer.
I can understand.
Happy to hear that.
But I can't understand, Harris.
I have a few more questions.
Because of the distance, and the mics are really...
That woman ain't black. And why does it matter the color? Why does it matter? It's amazing how niggas want to say she black, but they leave out the fact that she Indian. Indian people say she black, she Indian, but they leave out the fact that she's supposed to be black. Why does color matter? Nobody pointed, when Hillary was white, it just was, she's gonna be the first woman. If you got, and black ain't a nationality, but if you got two, we just got to say, if you got two nationalities claiming this person, who right?
lousy shape, but I cannot understand what you're saying.
So what I wanted to say was,
and God spared Don from the bullet so he could be beaten by a black woman at the back. So if you do realize if Biden hadn't dropped out after he had that shitty debate and didn't know his name was Joe Biden, then he would still be running for president. Like I don't even understand why these niggas is acting like the Democratic Party didn't want to endorse her. There was questions about her for about 3 days before they were like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We gotta we come on there. Who else we got? It's short notice. Everybody wasn't like backing her initially. Fuck. God cares about politics now. And who becomes the president of the United States. He don't care who becomes president in Russia and shit. He don't care about what's going on in Ukraine. He cares about the United States president. All right, then. Cool.
the last time we spoke, you said some words that were prophetic because I asked you who you wanted to choose for vice president.
Yeah.
And you said normally it really wouldn't matter what they would bring. You know, you choose somebody that you think has a future, that sort of thing. But
wasn't it a couple people that when it first started out, wasn't it a couple people that did it and they decided to drop out? They were just like, we're gonna stop. I remember being a couple of Democrats that started out initially early and then they dropped out after about a month or so. Could be mistaken.
you said these words 3.5 hours before an attempted assassination on your life. You told me that
Man, it's too late. They're not gonna pick nobody else. They're reluctantly backing her, but they're backing her.
things happen, Harris, and that's
They're not gonna do her like they did Bernie with Hillary.
why this decision is important this time. Bad things happen. You said it twice. When you look at JD Vance, is he ready on day one?
Because
Man, it ain't that many dykes voting anyway. They ain't lose nothing by losing the Black Lives Matter vote.
Ready on day one, if he has to be.
I've always had great respect for him and for the other candidates too. But I will say this, and I think this is well documented. Historically, the vice president, in terms of the election, does not have any impact. I mean, virtually no impact. You have 2 or 3 days where there's a lot of commotion as to who, like you're having it on the Democrat side, who it's going to be. And then that dies down, and it's all about the presidential pick. Virtually never has it mattered. Maybe Lyndon Johnson mattered for different reasons than what we're talking about, not for vote reasons, but for political reasons, other political reasons. But historically, the choice of a vice president makes no difference. You're voting for the president, and you can have a vice president who's outstanding in every way, and I think JD is. I think that all of them would have been, but you're not voting that way. You're voting for the president. You're voting for me. If you like me, I'm going to win. If you don't like me, I'm not going to win.
I'm going to get my JD Vance question in.
Nobody says I'm not going to vote for him because of that damn vice president. The vice president is just a contingency plan in case the president's killed.
JD Vance?
I'm going to get my JD Vance question in. To your point and to Rachel's point, he has a lot of opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself.
She is pointing at him. She moving the wig and the head and the baby powder smell is just wafting through the room. Donald Trump he trans, but he like they violent. He like them thighs look good, but goddamn, like y'all folks want to smoke.
Do you think? Well,
Voting for the president. You're voting for me. If you like me, I'm going to win. If you don't like me, I'm not going to win.
You think I'm exaggerating? Let me share this damn picture on my community post. I'm sharing the live on my community post, not the live, the video that I'm reviewing on my community post, so y'all can see Shaquita in action. They got on blue, black, all blue blazer, all black blazer, all pink blazer, and it looked like her pants too little in the pink blazer, and in the pink suit. Hold on,
my JD Vance question in.
JD Vance.
I'm gonna get my JD Vance question in. To your point, and to
this rainbow coalition of women. I can't believe they ain't here. One nigga up here. America, do you see how they don't fuck with black men? They couldn't find one nigga. And normally, they would at least find a gay black man to put up there. They couldn't find one nigga. That Don Lemon was busy. He ain't part of the goddamn coalition. I know he part of the coalition with the little gay ass. Y'all couldn't let Don Lemon be on the panel and ask the question. I'm just saying, man, this was all narcissistic work. This was nasty work by the sisters. They said we going viral, world star, and meant it.
Point, he, has a lot of opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself. Do you think? Well, I mean, my point is here.
True. What is wrong with these hoes? It ain't one of them. It's all of cuz they hoes. That's how they acted. They not acting like Oprah and this motherfucker.
Oh God.
He talk about single women like me. What she say? Childish women like me. The man just why black women always take shit personal? That white man didn't motherfucking know you, and he probably was talking to the white bitches. He wasn't talking to y'all, but y'all is a Yo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
You know
now.
what the
I hear
hell
you now.
happened?
I hear you now.
Yeah, I had to skip it back. I don't know. I skipped it back.
Do you think the Republican Party is getting a little?
And if you don't like me, I'm not going to win.
I'm going to get my JD Vance question in.
JD Vance?
I'm going to get my JD Vance question in. To your point and to Rachel's point, he, has a lot of opinions about childless women like myself or divorced people like yourself. Do you think, well, I mean, my point is here.
It was said in a friendly manner.
My point is, do you think the Republican Party is getting a little bit too judgy about people's lives when you think about abortion or when you think about what JD Vance is saying?
I don't think, look, I think that the Democrat Party is really the one that has the problem. I think they're radical on abortion because they're allowing abortion in the 9th month. They're allowing the death of a baby after the baby is born, based on governor of Virginia. Based on the governor of Virginia, they're allowing the death of the baby after it's born. They're allowing abortions in the 8th and 9th month.
Well, Democrats have denied.
I think they're right. And I think the Republican Party is actually much less. I think I've made them much less radical, perhaps. But the Republican Party, what we're doing is bringing it back to the states where everybody wanted it. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservative, everybody wanted abortion brought back. They didn't want Roe v. Wade in the federal government. They wanted it. Everybody.
But the majority of Americans oppose Roe v. Wade being overturned.
They don't know about this. Right now, they're voting. It brought it back to the states. Now, I happen to believe in the 3 exceptions. Ronald Reagan believed with rape, incest, life of the mother. I do. I think most people do. I think most Republicans do also. But if you take a look, right now they're doing, it's an amazing thing. Out of the federal government, it's in states, and people are voting. And I will say, Ohio is, let's call it a more liberal version, has been approved. Kansas, the same thing, a little bit surprising to a lot of people. But the people are now voting. And it's taking this issue that's been going on for 52 years and has torn our country apart, and it's giving it to the people to vote on. And they're voting. And many states have already voted. Others are in the process of voting. And it's bringing it back to the people and a vote of the people. And it's not at all radical. And again, you have to follow your heart. I happen to believe in the 3 exceptions. Most people believe in the 3 exceptions. Most Republicans believe in the exceptions. But they don't want to see an abortion in the 9th month or the 8th month. Almost everybody agrees to that. And they certainly don't want to see, in the case of the governor of Virginia, the former governor, I might add, who said, we set the baby aside and then we decide what to do. Meaning, what do? We execute the baby. That's a radical, horrible position. And some people want that. I don't want it. Most people don't.
Well, he is he was a Democratic former governor. The party should have to answer for that, because you making him answer for shit motherfucker said. Is that the stance of the Democratic Party, that we throw the baby to the side and decide what to do with it? I just said.
Can I just pivot really quickly to another question about, you brought up health, Harris. You're an active man. We see you golfing all the time. But if you win, you'll still be president at 82, which is older than Biden is right now.
But not mentally. Look, mentally. You shot. But most people.
Not mentally. That is said, not mentally. Hell no, dude. The audience, see, they started off booing him when he came out. It was quiet and booing. They laughed at him talking shit about Biden. He is winning the audience over.
Thank you. Can I just pivot really quickly to another question about, you brought up health, Harris. You're an active man. We see you golfing all the time. But if you win, you'll still be president at 82, which is older than Biden is right now.
Would he be going out of office at 82? I think he's like 78 now, right? Hey, he would be leaving out. Who cares? As long as he ain't tripping, walking up and down steps and shit, falling, walking away from the damn podium, forgetting what day it is, don't know what his wife's name is, he's fine. If that happened, then that's when you got the doctors and people, and you got the vice president to take the term out. And normally, your vice president, if you win 2 terms, comes out and tries to be it anyway. Trump wouldn't be able to run anymore if he was appointed president. He got the year of experience that he would run for president.
But not mentally. Look, mentally.
Here's the question.
He's shot. But most people, I know many people in their 80s and their 90s that are in great shape. Some of our greatest leaders. You look at throughout the world history, the greatest leaders, some of the greatest leaders in the world were in their 80s.
But here's the question. Would you consider stepping down if you felt that your health was declining? Or would you?
Absolutely.
And who would?
I think I'd know.
How would you make that decision?
I think I'd know.
Oh my God. Would you step down? Yes. How would you make that decision? Does it matter? Like, when he fax, email, what do you mean? How would he make that decision? He said yes. If I felt my mental health was declining, my people around me was telling me my mental health was declining, I'd step down.
If I came onto a stage like this and I got treated so rudely as this woman treated,
oh my goodness,
she is treated,
and I'm fine with it because she was very rude, sir, very rude. That was a nasty. That wasn't a question. She didn't ask me a question. She gave a statement. That wasn't a question.
I repeated your statement.
I said that shit. It was a thesis.
Actually, you said you would.
Very rude, sir. Very rude. That was a nasty. That wasn't a question. She didn't ask me a question. She gave a statement. That wasn't a question.
I repeated your statement, sir. Actually, you said you would. You would.
Oh, absolutely. If I thought that I was failing in some way, I want people to be sharp. I'll go a step further. I want anybody running for president to take an aptitude test, to take a cognitive test. I think it's a great idea. And I took 2 of them and I aced them.
Well,
I took 2 of them. But let me ask you,
Yeah.
I would like to have people running for president, and I don't mean because they're 75 or 85. I think anybody running, I'd like to do it. People say it's not constitutional. I would like to have something passed where you can do it. I think we should know. I mean, I've watched what's happened in the last couple of years under this gentleman, and our country is a mess. We have inflation. We have the millions of people falling in. We have Afghanistan, which was the worst, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. What he has done to our country, and her too, what they've done to our country, she has been a horrible vice president. She's considered the worst vice president in the history of our country.
Mr. President, I interrupt you, but would you consider taking the cognitive test? Mr. President,
I would love to
and make it public.
Well, I've already taken.
And now they cutting each other off. They ganging them. They gang up on gang questions.
2 of them, but I'll do it again.
Mr. President, how do you intend?
I suggested, Harris, that let's take one. I said, Joe and I will go and take a cognitive test. Now, I'd do it with her too. I would do it with her also. You know what? She failed her law exam. She didn't pass her law exam, so maybe she wouldn't pass the cognitive test.
Mr. President, you think she would have had? Just to be clear,
I'm just giving you the fact.
To be clear, you don't think?
How do you intend?
She didn't pass her bar exam, and she didn't think she would pass it, and she didn't think she was going to have to pass it. And I don't know what happened. Maybe she passed it.
She did pass it.
There's a man over here. I think he must work.
Mr. President, I would love to ask you about January 6th. You called yourself the candidate of law and order.
Yeah.
When Time Magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters, you said, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You called them patriots. 140 police officers.
Considering it doesn't mean that he would. And you have to understand, he's running for office. That's his fan base. That's his voter base. So he's going to tell them motherfuckers what they want to hear.
assaulted that day.
And if we're being completely honest, most of those people got off with diversion, a year worth probation, which is all diversion is. The most serious offenders, they've already been sentenced to jail time, and I think the most I've heard so far is like 6 or 7 years. Gotta double check. But most of the people got the basic plea deal for probation. They don't even pardon for it. It's already gonna be exposed.
Their injuries included broken bones. At least one officer lost an eye. One had 2 cracked ribs.
And if you serve your time and you get pardoned, I don't know, but because he did a lot of black people like that served their time, and he let them off. He pardoned them after the fact, but they served their time.
2 smashed spinal discs. Another had a stroke. Were the people who assaulted those 140 officers, including those I just mentioned, patriots who deserve pardons?
Well, let me bring it back to modern day. Like about 5 days ago, we had an attack on the Capitol, a horrible attack on the Capitol. You saw the people that were protesting and spraying these incredible monuments, bells, lions, all these magnificent limestone and granite with red paint, red spray paint that will never actually come off, especially on the limestone. It will never, I'm a builder, I know about this stuff. It'll never, you'll see it in 100 years from now. They viciously attacked our government. They fought with police. They fought with them much more openly than I saw on January 6th. What's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to the people in Portland that destroyed that city?
My question is on those.
What's going to happen to
my question is on those rioters who assaulted officers?
And he pointed out that when it's the other way around, they're not even charged. He's saying the people in January 6th, they were charged. You talk about them getting pardoned. The people that just did this shit, they ain't get charged. They ain't looking for them. And it happened in Portland too. It happened in Wisconsin. It happened all over the country. It happened in Memphis.
You have to ask, what's going to happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
You would pardon those?
If they're innocent, I would pardon them.
They've been convicted.
And by the way, the Supreme Court just well, they were convicted by a very tough system. They were, how come the people that tried to burn down Minneapolis, how come the people that took over?
See, me, I understand he's politicking and he's saying what his fan base wants to hear. Is he actually gonna do it? Hell no. Maybe on his way out of office, but they would have already been served their time then. Some of them are serving time already. I gotta remember January 6th was going on 4 years ago. 4 years ago. The FBI had these niggas with the help of Facebook and IG and Twitter. They had all these niggas' photos and shit within 48 hours.
Large percentage of Seattle. How come nothing happened to them? How come the people?
So we're talking about people that were seen beating officers with flagpoles, dragging them down the stairs. They're on video. Have you seen that video, sir?
Really? Well, they
you
shot.
You would pardon those rioters?
They shot a young lady in the face who was protesting. They shot her in the face. You know, nobody died that day. You do know that. But people died in Seattle. Nobody died, but people died in Minneapolis. You know, people died in Minneapolis. And nothing happens, and nobody ever talks, and nothing happens to those people. But you went after the J6 people with a vengeance. And I'll tell you what about the cops that were, and I'm all for the police, as you know, but what about the police that are ushering everybody into the Capitol? Go in. What about that? Look, nothing is perfect in life. But you have people from Minneapolis, you have people just from 5 days ago in Washington, D.C. They were having fistfights and fighting with the police. They were spraying and destroying. They were desecrating our monuments in Washington, D.C. 5 days ago, and nothing happened to them. And you can't have two systems of justice. That's why they went after me as a political opponent, because they felt they couldn't win without doing that. and we're going to win our cases and we're going to be vindicated. But I have to spend a lot of time on that and money. That's what they want. After the election, they won't care. Although in my case, I think they probably will because the hatred is pretty deep. But I'll tell you, they went after me as a political opponent. That's never happened in our country before. And it sets a terrible, terrible precedent.
What do you do on day one if you win? What's your first thing?
What do? I close the border. I do two things because I can do a lot of things simultaneously. I close the border. We don't want people coming. We want people to come in, Harris, but they have to be vetted. They have to be checked. They have to come in legally. I want people to come into our country, but they have to be vetted. They have to be checked. So when you say, what do? That, and I drill, baby, drill. I bring energy way down. I bring interest rates down. I bring inflation way down so people can buy bacon again, so people can buy a ham sandwich again, so that people can go to a restaurant and afford it. Because right now, people can't buy food. Your grocery bills are up 40, 50, 60%, right? She's agreeing to me. Oh, she's agreeing. Thank you. I like you very much.
I think we are.
But it's true. Your grocery bills are up. And then they're mandating that you buy an all-electric car. You know, Elon Musk endorsed me, and he's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. But I'm against everybody having an electric car, okay? I'm very much against that. You have to be able to, if you want a hybrid or if you want a gasoline-propelled car. But, you know, we have more liquid gold, gasoline, oil, under our feet than any other country. More than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia, more than any other country. I want to use it. I want to use what we have. I want to bring down prices, bring down costs. And I also have to stop the invasion. And remember, they're taking your jobs. These people coming in are taking your jobs.
Project 2025. I think we have to leave it there by the Trump team. All right. So leave it.
Project 2025 is not by the Trump team. And this shit gonna throw this shit out there when they talking about they about to leave. That's why she asked what you gonna do in the first day.
Bring down costs.
She told us something totally different. She goes, hey, Project 2025. How many times does that man have to say, I ain't got nothing to do with it? Then she gonna say, endorsed by the Trump team, but these are former members. They were former members of his team in his first presidency. He ain't been dealing with them the past 4 years since he wasn't the president.
And I also have to stop the invasion. And remember, they're taking your jobs. These people coming in are taking your jobs.
Project 2025. I think we have to leave it there by the Trump team. All right. So leave it. Well, that is the last word. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for coming today and joining us.
The last word was Project 2025, endorsed by the Trump team. He couldn't. They told him pretty much you can't respond to this.
Well, thank you very much.
Audience don't like
Project 2025. I think we have to leave it there by the Trump team. All right. So leave it. Well, that is the last word. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for coming today and joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
They've been telling us.
Thank you, everybody, very much. Great honor.
Thank you. NABJ will email about details regarding the conversation.
it. Sounds like he won the audience over. Based on how they started off and how they ended when they was kind of offended they had the last word and he said, thank you, audience. Very good, audience. Woo! They laughed at his jokes. And this is the Black people's convention. And that four races, he sure held it together pretty well. But when they were definitely vicious. They were vicious. I won't say that they weren't disrespectful, but they definitely were vicious and they had one-sided questions. They ganged up on. I think it did well, though. What do you think, Truth? Grandma Truth might be asleep. Anyway, we about this thing into the next episode. We up out of here. Peace.
Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Bizkit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us a misfit. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the tidbit. Oh shit, did nobody come to see you old? It's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coding. Memphis niggas spit this pippin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Say hi, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Hop it, cook it, whip it, ship it till you count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving pack niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hating but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more, nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek, walking by myself but left with 2 freaks. Ooh, we nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah, baby, this is groovy. You can call me Money Boy or you can call me Nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Ron Island cause I like my lover choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Ron Island cause I love my lover choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Bizkit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp